Aloha and welcome to episode 35, season 2 of my winter long stay in Oahu, December 13th, 2025. My name is Beach Monkey. I'm a photographer, surfer, and traveler. During my stay, I want to show you the spots I surfed, places I ate, and activities I did so when you come to Oahu, you can plan your own ideal itinerary. And please don't forget to smash those like and subscribe buttons. On this episode, a morning surf session at Pua'ena Point on the North Shore, eating lunch at Seven Brothers Haleiwa, and another Foodland snack try. That morning, I drove up to the North Shore to surf a spot called Pua'ena Point. This is a great surf spot, especially for longboarders. The kind of in bay area or in point area has a little more gentle waves. There's a lot of people doing surf lessons and things like that, and a lot of people trying out surfing for the first time. So if the waves are fairly large at other spots on the North Shore, this spot tends to be like a little more gentle, a little smaller. And if there's a crosswind, this spot here tends to be less choppy for the paddle out, especially nice on a longboard. This is a reef break, so there's a lot of reef on the inside. So you'll see people snorkeling. And there's a parking lot that you saw kind of behind me as I was walking in. There's free parking there as well, too. It does fill up on busier days. So as you see there's kind of the inner area. And a lot of people do a little snorkeling there. You can see sea turtles and a lot of good fish. You see the point that kind of goes around there to your right. There's kind of a rocky point there. Down the ways a little bit is Jocko's and Chun's and some other surf breaks. So if those spots are kind of blown out a little bit, this spot tends to be a little less choppy on the inside. It's a great surf spot. The best place to paddle out is kind of walk down here and you go down to the very end. That's where I kind of put my board down. I like walking along the shore. There is a path that goes behind the trees. Make sure you keep your sandals on because there are a lot of sticker bushes that have dropped branches on the ground. You'll step right on it and it's not as bad as stepping on a sea urchin, but it's still pretty painful. But I always like kind of like walking along the shoreline here. Here's the spot you kind of see out there, the surfers and everything, where you paddle out at. So this is a great spot to paddle out. You'll see like a little bit of a sandy bottom where those people are standing. That's where you kind of paddle out. The paddle out to the main break takes maybe anywhere from 5 to 8 minutes, but there are like breaks all the way in between. So if the waves are kind of big, you don't want to paddle all the way out to the main lineup. You definitely can catch waves on the inside. Really great waves on the inside. Today it wasn't that big. I would say maybe on the outside 2 to 3 feet, inside 1 to 2 feet. Wasn't that big at all. And the waves were very inconsistent, probably on a scale of 1 to 100, probably around a 20, maybe 10. I'm being generous. So if you do want to try surfing on the North Shore, this is the spot you want to try first. And when it gets over like 8, 10 feet, you definitely don't want to try here. But if the waves are 4 to 6 feet, other places or overhead other places, this is definitely a place you can try. Just surf North Shore for the first time. And like I said, it's also a lot more protective. And you see the paddle out is fairly easy. I think Lonnie's that day was fairly choppy. Chun's had a cross shore. So this is definitely a great place to try to surf. After finishing my surf session, I went to Seven Brothers in Haleiwa. This is one of their standalone restaurants. They also have another one, standalone restaurant, in the Cuckoo Sugar Mills, and a little uh, like food truck by Sharks Cove. It's a great place to eat. Very, very good hamburgers, French fries, and etc. Everything. So the core inside is really nice, kind of like a surfer layout. It was founded by seven surfing brothers. Food is tremendous. I got the panioa fries. It's fries with grilled pineapples, caramelized cheese, onions, barbecue sauce. And then I also got the ahi sandwich, super tender, great tasting. I definitely recommend checking this place out. It's one of my favorite places to eat on the island. So I got some more snacks at Foodland to try them out so you don't have to. But this is plantain chips. But I believe the brand is a local brand called, I think it's Maikai. I'm not quite sure. Chili lime plantain chips. These were good. I liked them. There's a little bit of an aftertaste in my mouth, but it wasn't too bad. And the cocoa rolls, salted caramel, those really tasted like nothing. To be honest with you, I taste a little bit of caramel and a little bit of salt, I guess, but I wouldn't buy those again. Plantain chips probably wouldn't buy again because I'm not a big carb person. But if someone had them around, I would definitely eat them.
Thank you so much for hanging out, and please keep checking back for more videos. Aloha.